Hello, good evening. My name is Mary, and welcome to day number 30 of our bedtime Bible stories. And today's story is called Joseph's Brothers Come to Egypt. When Joseph was made ruler over the land of Egypt, he did just as he had always done. He found his work at once and began to do it faithfully and thoroughly. He went out over all the land of Egypt and saw how rich and abundant the fields of grain were. He told the people not to waste it, but to save it for the coming time of need. He told the people to give the king one bushel of grain out of every 5 to be stored. The people brought their grain after taking out what they needed, and Joseph stored it in great storehouses in the cities. There was so much that no one could keep account of it. The king of Egypt gave Joseph a wife named Asenath. Asenath. Okay, so it's another difficult name. It's Asenath. 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 And Asenath, I think. Okay, here it goes. Athenas. And she gave Joseph 2 sons. The oldest son he named Manasseh, a word that means making to forget. For, said Joseph, God has made me forget all my troubles and my toil as a slave. The second son he named Ephraim, a word that means fruitful. Because, said Joseph, God has not only made the land fruitful, but he has made me fruitful in the land of my troubles. The 7 years of plenty soon passed by, and then came the years of need. In all the lands around, people were hungry, and there was no food for them to eat. But in Egypt, everybody had enough. Most of the people soon used up the grain they had saved. Many had saved none at all. And they all cried to the king to help them. Go to Joseph, said King Pharaoh, and do whatever he tells you to do. Then the people came to Joseph, and Joseph opened the storehouses and sold the people all the grain they wished to buy. Not only the people of Egypt came to buy grain, but people of all the lands around as well, for there was great need and famine everywhere. The need was so as great in the land of Canaan, where Jacob lived, as in other lands. Jacob was rich in flocks and cattle, gold and silver, but his fields gave no grain, and there was danger that his family and people would starve. And Jacob, who was now called Israel, heard there was food in Egypt. He said to his sons, "Why do you look at each other, asking what to do to find food? I have been told that there is grain in Egypt. Go down to that land with money and buy grain, so we may have bread and live." And that was the word of the Lord. Now we come to the discussion questions. Are you ready? Okay, here it comes. Number 1. Why did Joseph store up grain? Number 2. Was Joseph happy now that he was out of prison? How do you know? Number 3. Why did the people in Egypt have enough food when everyone else had eaten theirs? Number 4. Who had made certain Egypt would have food? That was the end of the 4 questions that we have at the end. So I hope you'll have a little bit of time to have a small discussion and responses to those questions. Have fun and have a blessed day. May God bless you all. Bye-bye for now.